All right, we are here for our third Future Focus Friday of the year. And today, we obviously have Mrs. Esselstein here with us, but we also have Mr. Jeff Link from Zuma Automotive here. And we're going to ask Mr. Link a couple of things about his career and also potentially about what he would be looking for in employees as well. So we're going to start with our questions that we shared with you. So the first thing is, what is your job title and how long have you been in the field? Why did you choose your career? So just tell us a little bit about your story.
Right at your mouth, buddy.
Right out of high school, or I should say before I got out of high school, I got a job at a local garage called Zuma Automotive, or Sudoff Automotive, sorry. And I kind of liked that, and then the next following year we went through TriStar. Did that for 2 years, and I guess I thought I liked it enough to try to do it on my own. So 3 years later, I decided to try it on my own, and here we are, 22 years later. I have 4 employees, and we have basically a 9-bay garage on Main Street in Salina.
So official title would be?
My official title would be owner, mechanic, technician, jack of all, I guess.
Okay. So a little bit of everything. So he started off, finding out kind of in high school that, hey, I kind of like this. I kind of enjoy what I'm doing here. And then decided that, after a couple of years of working as a mechanic, to then open up his own shop. And like he said, Zuma Automotive. And I know most of you know where that's at, right downtown. How many years later, you said? 22 years later, he's going strong, and he's the owner. Okay, so he's also the owner-operator, which means you are a jack of all trades. It means you have to do a little bit of everything. So what type of education or training or preparation did you need to qualify for this, and is there anything that you have to continue to do?
Definitely, as you're going through high school, definitely reading, comprehensive math, the computer, technical reading, how to run a computer, how to just everything that's science, how things work, because in the real world, everything to do with the car is related back to the science and the mechanics of how everything works.
Yep. So beyond that, did you were you required to become like a licensed mechanic? Did you have to do that at all?
Yes, I mean I went to UNOH out of Lima for 2.5 years. To say there's a license, no. There is a certification called ASE, which almost everybody in the shop has at least a master certification.
I'm curious. Does the certification get paid more than the person who comes in to work for you that doesn't have a certification?
That's yes and no. There is a lot of, in any service field, there is a lot of on-the-job training.
Sure.
But this college or the 2-year school gives you how it works, and then after you get in the real world and actually learn how to do it, that's truly when the learning happens. So yes, you do get paid more from the get-go, but somebody that is very good with their hands and does well reading and comprehensive can excel the same as with or without.
Okay.
So
good to know.
All right. So there's opportunities for people who want to go to college or learn more, go on for more education, and those who also may not want to and want to learn hands-on. You just need to know that it's not going to happen overnight. It's not one of those, you go to work at Zuma Automotive, and then you're suddenly at the top of the pay scale. It doesn't happen that quickly. It's something you have to build yourself up to. And UNOH has great programs, all of their mechanic programs. They have ag mechanics, they have HVAC, they have everything. They're known for those, and they're a great local opportunity.
Right.
So what are some of your basic job requirements or necessary skills, I guess? Like what kind of daily skills do you need when you're, working on a car? What are some of the things that you use every single day?
I guess reading comprehension, being computer literate as far as looking at the program and seeing information and figuring out why the information is saying what it's saying, and it's not a lot of problem solving, whether or not it's on the scan tool side of it or on the car side of it.
Okay. And so the scan tools, is that what you're saying by the computer? So like the computer of the car, figuring out when you hook your computer system up to the car and say, okay, diagnostically, this is what the problem is. Now we have to figure out how to solve this problem.
Correct.
And I know all of our students, I hope you heard that. Remember, we were just
That's
talking
good.
in classroom guidance, I just said problem-solving skills, critical thinking skills are highly important in every career field, and this is just what he's saying right there. Those are incredibly important job requirements there. Are there any things that you think would be automatic disqualifiers for yourself to work or even for employees? Are there any things that would automatically remove someone from being able to work for you?
A driver's license is definitely a plus, especially in automotive, let alone you have to get to and from work. The drug testing or a felony record would be definitely a bad thing. As far as me, I would want to hire somebody that I would get along with well, and just all around just be a normal, good person.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody that can get along well with the public, deal a little bit with people as they're getting, coming in to explain, well, here's the problem with my car, et cetera. Have you had to terminate people for reasons that, they've done things wrong? And
As far as, yes, you have people that no-show or continuously be late for work. Usually them problems fix themselves, but yeah, that is a definite issue.
And what he means by that is, so people who do not show up to work, so their attendance, and we've talked about that a lot of times, attendance is important. Your attendance pattern in school sets up how you're going to start attending when you're beyond school, if that's your job or whatever it is, when you go to college, any of those things. So it's about setting up a solid attendance pattern and work record so that you're prepared to go and enter the workforce.
you and I talked briefly the other day about one of the things you see with new employees is they expect to step in and right away they're at the top, with the same guy that's been in the job for 10 years.
Right.
And so will you just talk a little bit about the expectations of climbing the ladder, so to speak?
With any job, whether it's in healthcare or automotive, you're some form of cleaning or assisting before you get to, and obviously the pay scale fits with that. But there's a lot to be learned when you're helping and assisting of how to do it right, how clean to keep yourself or what you're working on. I think that's very important.
Right.
Yeah, so it's about seizing those opportunities a little bit too. So when you're a young person, middle school, high school, let's say, I know some of you have told me that you'd like to become a mechanic. So that's when you take that opportunity in your upper middle school and your early high school days to go to all the different mechanics. Say, do you need someone to clean your shop? Do you need someone to mow the lawn? Whatever. Start to get in from that base level so you can see, is this something I really would enjoy doing? Is this an environment I'd like to work in? Do I really love to work on these cars? and learn from the people who've been around you. He's been doing this for several years. So this, he would be a great person to learn these skills from. So it's about seizing those opportunities a little bit too, and knowing you're not going to get paid a whole lot when you're sweeping the floor and doing these starter jobs. But then as you gradually build up, that pay will build up as well, and you can build that rapport with everyone. But also you're building your knowledge base, and once your knowledge base goes up, then you're going to your pay will go up.
Yeah.
And attendance, again, 1,000,000 times over. You got to be at work to get paid.
Show up.
Okay, you got to be at work to get paid. So that's huge. So is there one thing or one fun fact that you'd like to share about your job or even where you work?
I think in general, the people in general make the day. Whether or not it's the mother with her children that make you laugh, or the old lady that came in just said something funny. Just people in general makes the best part of it.
Unpredictable nature, that's all right. Like people like myself who would come in and go, I have no idea what I'm talking about with my car. So, that would be entertaining, I'm sure, to you as well.
Okay. Are we wrapping up here?
Yep, we're wrapping up.
Okay, so Jeff fixes my car. And I would say I'm close to probably those 22 years. I think I came in pretty early. I mean, I'm going to say at least 20. 20 years ago is when I started taking my Cougar to him. One thing that I so appreciate about Jeff Link and Zuma Automotive, and the reason I continue to take my car back to him is because I don't know anything about my car. I don't know anything. And I always get honesty from him. He'll tell me if something needs fixed, or he'll say, no, you're good. This is good to go. You can drive another, 10, 12,000, whatever. I mean, he's just always honest about it. And therefore, he continues to draw more business to him, which is why he just went through a pretty big expansion not too long ago, and continues to attract business. So thank you for coming to us, Mr. Link. We appreciate it. All right.
All right, that wraps up our Future Focus Friday number 3 with Mr. Jeff Link from Zuma Automotive. Thank you.